Watashi o negu dareka onashito. Nigga.
Nossa, Renata. Di, aina kata. Do you go?
Hold up. The fuck you doing? Hit that sub. So listen up. I'm about to spit some wisdom for y'all. If you have an older sibling and you can't imagine yourself beating their ass and taking their Sharingan, you shouldn't be fighting. That being said, I am not a fighter. I hung my gloves up a very long time ago. Hold on. Look, I'm not no hoe at the end of the day, but I'll challenge anybody to a Shaolin showdown if I have to. But 9 times out of 10, I don't want any problems. But when you just exist in this world, they always got somebody that's trying to give you a hard time. But now that I'm older, I'm experiencing that random people don't really, fuck with you. But if you got that melanin, it's honestly just cops. It's sad because I know that you young bucks be going through it. Cause honestly, in my opinion, the most savage years in a person's life is probably middle school. Y'all remember that scene in High School Musical where they were pop, jamming, and breaking? Followed up with singing, talking about if you mess with the status quo, you gonna get dealt with? Yeah, that shit's honestly a representation of middle school. 9 times out of 10, everybody was with the shits. Everybody has something to prove. But disclaimer, this story is set in high school. I know it don't make sense, right? But I guess I'm just trying to advertise a future story time. If you're trying to hear about it, let me know. But without further ado, let me tell you the time about how I boxed this nigga up. Kinda. So it's my sophomore year in high school. I wake up, turn my swag on, and check to see if my pecker got bigger. Then I start doing my morning chores, brush my teeth, brush my hair, all that good shit. After all that's taken care of, I hop off the porch, start walking towards the bus stop. I kid you not, bullshit already starts to happen. On the way to the bus stop, I spot a quarter on the ground. I start getting cheesed up. But see, this quarter, it was kind of off. I took 2 steps forward. That bitch was on tails. I should have just turned around and turned my swag off after seeing that. But in my head, this was definitely a come up. I was thinking about them 25-cent cookies they sell at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So I accept my loot crate with open pockets and continue my stroll. After a while, I hop on the bus and start listening to my morning tunes. That Big Sean was some fire. I woke up working like a Mexican. That mean I work from 10 to 10. That shit was kind of racist, but it still flames. If you ain't listened to it yet, you ain't living. But nonetheless, after a while, we make it to the precinct. I hop out the bus feeling good and feeling great. Not even 5 steps later, I get this administrator point to the auditorium. I already knew what time it was, so I start feeling my neck. It turns out I left my ID at home. Usually I'd be cussing out the world and contemplating about my existence because it costs $5 to replace. But like I said before, I was high off life. So I gave her my little white girl smile and walked to the auditorium to take my first L of the day. Fast forward 5 minutes, I leave out the auditorium and head to the commons, which breakfast is usually served. I spent all this energy trying to replace my ID, nigga got hungry as a bitch. The line was looking like something serious, so I knew they were serving up some heat. And yes sir, I was right. They had them sweet, juicy chicken biscuits on display for all to enjoy, right? But in my humble opinion, it is definitely Chick-fil-A tier. The biscuit and the chicken are like cousins. They work hand in hand, they dapping each other off, right? But the chicken alone, it is so juicy and tender, like I can't stress this enough. Every time I took a bite, anybody take a bite, they got a crumb on the side of their upper lip. But nobody ain't gonna tell them nothing, cause they already know. They already know. But anyways, you knows I'ma need that. Perfect way to start off the day. After I caught my biscuit, I spot my homie in the corner. We start taking that walk to homeroom, talking about how we gonna smash all the bitches in class. After a while, we sit down, open up our sandwiches, and dog, I swear to you, the biggest middle finger you can ever receive in your life happened to me. Chicken was gone.
He needs some milk.
I looked at the chick beside me and she acting like that shit funny. Of course I played that shit off, right? But like, what's funny? Like, you will get boxed. Like, this is not a game. That is literally strike 3. My day is completely ruined. Ain't no coming back from this. I made the mistake and let this chicken biscuit dictate the rest of my day. I really felt like Obito after he found out Ren got slaughtered. I was in my feelings all the way to 4th period, which is at the end of the day. I look up at the clock and they have an hour left of school. So I take a deep breath in and tell myself the day's almost over. As soon as I take my breath though, the teacher asks if we ready. I look around and everybody starts shaking their head like they neck about to fall off. Shortly after though, it comes to my attention that we have a pep rally. And that's all I needed to hear. Let's be honest, as soon as people hear they got a pep rally going on, everybody start acting the fool. They start to act like it's a reveal party or something. But I digress. Fast forward to the pep rally. Niggas acting like it's December 1865. No matter what color you was, you got your freedom that day. But anyways, the pep rally was kind of different though. We were celebrating our outstanding academic achievements. But towards the end of the pep rally, it was time to go home, right? But before they let us go, they just flood the scene with balloons, just out of nowhere. Tell me why some of these niggas started picking them up and started sucking on them, thinking that shit was cool. Nasty ass man. I mean, I was flabbergasted at these unsanitary ass niggas, but whatever, right? Do you? I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there. On the way out the door though, it dawned on me that I had practice in the auditorium. I really didn't feel like going to practice that day. So to pass time, I didn't have a stress ball. So you know, let's get the closest thing to a stress ball, a stress balloon. Fast forward a little bit. Soon enough, I get to the auditorium and I met with the most aggravating nigga I met in my life, still to this day. Hey, wait, hold up. What's that nigga name? Darrell? Miguel? Bitch. We gonna call him Bitch. So basically, long story short, Bitch starts to mess with my balloon. In the back of my head, I'm like, bro, get off my dick, Holmes. Go get you some beaches or something, cuz. So a little bit about myself. I'm a very nice person. If you give me 2 legs, I give you 4. If you ask for a french fry off my plate, I'ma give it to you free of charge. That's just what I'm about. But also, it takes a long time to get on my bad side. You really gotta like have a history of being a nigga. But anyways, this person, this op, always found a way to grind my gears. And this day went none different. I don't know how this man did it, but as soon as I turned around to get my balloon looking like Palpatine. I knew I needed Guru to unlock my potential because it was about to get ugly real fast. I had to get revenge for my falling balloon at any cost. So you know what I did? I just started cussing everything he love and care about out. Mama, daddy, his pet snail, I didn't give a I just wanted to hurt that man's feelings. I guess he ain't take it too kindly because this op proceeds to pick up a shoe and hum it at my face. I felt as if I was in somebody kill cam. It was like I got tomahawked across the map in Call of Duty. But all that. This was the last straw. The straw that broke the camel's back, everything you want to say. Cause look, in his mind, he thought that shit was funny. But in my head, it kinda went something like this. Watashi o negu dareka onashito. Nigga.
Nossa. Di aina kata. Nigga.
Nani o shiyu to shite iru no desu ka? Nigga.
Hinata kashitai goto. Nigga.
Stop! You mother thought that shit was funny? What? Bitch! Fuck ass! Nigga!
He needs some milk.
Bro, as soon as all this shit went down, the teacher just, This nigga wasn't playing none of that shit. And this man was swole as hell, so it took no time for this man to break us up. After that, he dragged us to the office to get dealt with. really he just threw us in there and left us, because honestly, that's all he had to do. Because he left us with this bitch ass lady at the front. Now every school has a bitch ass lady at the front, so I know y'all feel me on this one. But to my surprise, she was actually chilling. She must have was about to get piped down that night. She basically hit us with an ultimatum. Okay. So here's the deal. If your parent/guardian doesn't come pick you guys up in the next 30 minutes, you guys will have to go to jail. I'm sorry. We just cannot tolerate this behavior. At this point, I started stressing because I couldn't hit my mama up. She's a hardworking lady. I fear leather more than jail. But anyways, the op lived down the street from the school, so it wasn't nothing for him to get scooped up by his people. But as for myself, I'm still stressing in the chair. I even start to tear up a little bit. I'm not trying to get in trouble to get in some more trouble when I get home, you know what I mean? But luckily, my brother just got his license and a whip. So you best believe I hit that man up. Boop boop beep. Customer service. Customer service. Skirt. He pulled up, got me out of there, and I dodged a bullet. All in all, this story was honestly stupid. But look, moral of the story, appreciate all balloons because their lifespan is not that long. If you like that story, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. You can even leave some feedback. I like it if y'all also follow my Twitter. I should put it up right here. Show me some love, man. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, bye y'all.